welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. I'm so glad you are all joining us tonight. I'm going to give everybody a chance to come on. I know you're on your way. I have faith in you, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm so excited that you're all here. Welcome to Carolyn's Corner. Tonight, I am really excited because we have two great guys with us tonight. I'm always happy to share in all this happiness with all this music. First of all, please welcome my co-host, Mr. Paul Gallagher. Hey, Paul. Great, Paul. I'm glad you were able to make it. And definitely, last but definitely not least, please welcome our special guest all the way from Sydney, Australia. So we are time traveling. We are traveling all the way to tomorrow because it's tomorrow there and it's yesterday there. Please welcome our guest, Mr. John Huggart.
Yes. Well, hello, Carolyn.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us. I just like to, before we get officially started, I want someone to comment to make sure everything is working right. Let me mute this. Can someone comment for me, please, while I mute my phone? Can someone please send a comment? I see someone commented, but I don't see it here yet. Let's give them just a few minutes, okay, guys?
All good.
We got a lot of different spots for people to find us on, so I'm hoping they don't have any issues. I'm just checking to make sure we are set to live. I always try to do that. There we go. That's one of the issues. Let me fix that. Can someone comment for me, please? Sorry, John. Give me just a minute. We're just going to make sure we're working properly. I just set these. They unset. They were on public, and then they decided they were going to change.
Of course they did.
I know. I literally just did it. Can someone send a comment, please, so we can make sure everything's working properly? One more. I'm just making sure. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. It is very important to me that we're able to see those comments because I want you to be able to interact with our special guest. All right, one more. Okay, I think that's all of them. So I'm still waiting for someone to comment. So we're going to go ahead and go ahead and begin officially. So John, welcome to Carolyn's Corner. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you.
Go ahead and thank you so much, Carolyn.
You are so welcome. I'm hearing that I'm echoing a little bit. Oh, Paul can see it. Good. Can we start by having you tell us a little bit about yourself, John?
Well, let's talk about right. So as you say, you're 7:30 p.m. over there.
Yes.
And here we are in lunchtime in Sydney, Australia, from December. So I remember in the 70s reading from Charlie Brown, which was in the Peanuts comic strip, and he talked about living in America was you knew that the world was never going to end today because it was all so I kind of like that idea that there's even at the same point of time Friday, and we've got the Friday okay. So that's okay.
Yes, absolutely. So it's Thursday night here and it's Friday afternoon there. That is, to me, that's hard for my brain to even comprehend. But I am so glad that it's not 3:00 in the morning your side and you're able to join us. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm seeing the comments now. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Thank you, Paul. Can someone else comment? If anybody's on our YouTube, can you please comment anything? If not, it's okay. We just want to make sure everything's working properly. So, John, I'm super excited about having you on tonight. I really am. I've been really looking forward to it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your music? Let's get started with that and let them hear a little bit about you, sir.
So, like most people, music's been a long-term passion of mine around here. I've been a multi-instrument. I play the drums and guitars and bass. And
yes,
amateur enthusiast. I've always been in and around music. I had a career. I became an accountant. I was involved in sales and marketing, management, CEO of a public energy company here in Australia. And during my corporate career, I always kept this side passion and interest. So, I then finally, one of our kids are now adults, and that time to invest and spend a little bit more time, supporting that songwriting, finding great artists that can help bring some of those songs and my passions to life.
Yes, absolutely. And I sure am glad you did. Now, you know what? I was listening to part of this first song we're going to hear in a minute. And I wanted to ask you, I know this is going to sound like a strange question, but were you in a competition with this particular song's Let the Games Begin? Because it seems so familiar to me.
This one is literally just released and has not been I've just started entering it into not being heard. I think, but why you might feel the interesting feedback, the song has been kind of inspired my love of big arena concerts. And I've had the pleasure of, I've seen the Rolling Stones, I've seen Bruce Springsteen from the original Born in the USA tour. Great acts, Australian acts like AC/DC that you'll be familiar with, and Angels and people that we love. I just love how the theatre of going to a great like that is a little bit like a great sports event. Like, you go to the or a great sports game. There's a lot of parallels, and that's probably behind the energy and the writing of that song. If it feels familiar to you, because maybe sometimes the songs we like, they do feel comfortable, and despite how new they are or fresh they are.
Yes, well, I really, really like it. And I can see this. I told my husband it reminded me of a song. It reminded me a lot of a song that I saw. What was that? Songland. There was a show called Songland. Do you remember that, Paul? Where people would go on and try to get their songs, recorded. And they were looking for a song for a action movie. And when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, that would fit an action movie. It really would. Have you thought about that? I mean, it would really go well with an action movie. This was a superhero movie, and I was like, wow, it sounds like something that would fit perfect, something I would hear on TV right before a movie or, during the intro. I love it. I think it is so great. Tell us about this first song, Let the Games Begin. What a great title, first of all. Tell us a little bit about it.
So it is really rooted in that arena concert. Is a little bit like a game. Like you go there, you've got and you're excited to see what happens. And part of what happens is what's going to happen, but it's still cool to hear it and see it and feel it happen. You walk away at the end, you've had an amazing experience. So that's what kind of and then this song as well was to write a riffs. I love when you hear the beginning of a song and you hear those first, Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. You only need to hear those first Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones.
Right.
So I was really interested in finding that type of version of that song, of this song.
Very nice. Very nice. You know what? I just think I put the wrong one in there. Just let me check. Yeah, absolutely. Paul, what would you like to ask? Go ahead. I'm going to try to make sure I've got the right song. I definitely don't want to do the wrong one here. Go ahead, guys.
Okay. Oh, my son's talking to me on the side, trying to.
Oh, that's okay. I had the. I guess
I have a funny story about that. No, I'm hearing this. I haven't heard the song. I have no idea what this. It's about a game.
Paul is going to be so like, wow.
And I like going in fresh. I like listening to songs fresh because if I think too much about it, I start reading into a lot of stuff. But if I hear it fresh, I'm like, oh my God, this is, then I can start coming up with all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely. I can't wait, Paul, because I can't wait to hear your reaction to this song. All the songs that we're going to be playing tonight from you, sir, are just incredible. Tell us a little bit about Project Reverb. Tell us a little bit about that. So that's the name of your group, and you say it's not really a band, is what I read. It's just a group of talented people, I guess, that came together. Tell us a little bit about that, John.
Thanks, Caroline. Look, over the years, I've had multiple bands and friends and collaborative iterations at different times of our lives, of bands and people playing together. Project Reverb was cool for me to take some of my songs and bring them to life and release them. And so, yeah, it's not a specific band of this play. It's who I bring together for an individual project, which creates, for our discussion tonight, is that this first song you're going to hear later, probably a jazz blues song, and a little bit later, like an independent song. So Project Reverb gives me the liberty of putting the right combination of people for a specific song, and then I can feature the artist live. So in this case, you'll be hearing Project Reverb featuring Atticus Jones, the lead singer on this song. And
I love that name, Atticus Jones.
Yeah, it's Atticus Jones is the singer, definitely not me. And so, Paul, if you've got any comment, really, really excited. I think he does an amazing job.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. And you're playing the guitar on here and probably other instruments. Is that right?
Look, I wrote it on guitar, but I just played the drums, and the singers I produced with, he played the guitar, and it was just fantastic because, I'm playing this song and I know how to play it, and I do this and do that,
right?
And then it's just so professional and cool and new that he just made it really it was great.
Oh my
great to work.
Yes, that is so exciting. And I shared the post that you put on last night, our time. So this song was just released yesterday, right? Oh my gosh. So, that's so exciting. So we are hearing the debut of this new song, basically. Let the Games Begin. Paul, isn't that exciting? We're debuting it on our show.
I know. I can't wait to hear it.
I know. Me too. I want you to hear it. You're going to be flipped out. I did not listen to the whole thing because I like to be surprised too, John. I really do. I'm so excited. What a talented, gosh, you're so talented. And the people that you have surrounded yourself with are so talented. So should we make them wait longer, or let's get to the song? What do you say, guys?
Let's get to the song. I want to hear
Let's get to the song. So I made just a simple video using a few pictures of you guys. This is called Let the Games Begin. Brand new release. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and share, and please show some love wherever you're watching, because I know you're going to love this. Here we go. Let's let the games begin. Here we go.
Enter the hero onto the stage, appears in a moment through the smoke and the flames. He sits down into it. Are you feeling alright now? So good to be here. London, Sydney, New York tonight. Are you ready? Let the games begin. Rock and roll heaven, let me hear you sing.
He's over there
Yes.
he's over there head banging.
Oh my gosh, John, I love that song. I really like that song. And it would be so perfect at the beginning of a movie during a fight scene. Sarah said, "Cool, awesome, wow." Man, that's a good song.
Yeah,
It's happy, it's good, it feels good, it makes you want to get up and dance. I just like, man, that's so good. It literally reminds me of a song I've heard like, "Are you sure you just released it?"
you
Sarah
know,
said, "I like that." Go
you
ahead,
can
Paul.
you can tell the influences with the song. Because I was like, I heard like Kiss,
Yes.
Rat, Poison. I heard all those like 80 hair band, and I heard it all, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like a kickback to the 80s, the original hair bands. That's what
Yeah.
it sounded like.
I know it's so good. And the lyrics, John, you wrote the lyrics, right, sir? Wow. That is so good. I mean, it's just so positive for a change. It's a positive, upbeat message. And what a feel good. Are you ready? I mean, it's just like addicting. I'm going to be stuck in my head now. Let the games begin. Man, it's so good. I can hear that before the Olympics. They should be playing that at the Olympics, right, Paul? I'm not even kidding. It would be perfect for that. It would be perfect. I really think you should pursue sync opportunities and see if you could get it with a film, because I absolutely think that would be perfect for that. I mean, it's perfect no matter what, but I can just see that in a movie. I just
and now I understand your reference to like an arena, and it's definitely one of those pre-sports games type songs, and it was good.
Really good, man. John, thank you so much for writing that. And show them the album. That is what it is right there. Show them the little album of it.
Stage prop. It is out digitally, but I did put out a record in the 80s. So that's how you did it back then, right? It was a vinyl.
Very cool. Yes.
But,
so y'all can.
Vinyl.
Very nice. A vinyl. That is so cool. So where can they find Let the Games Begin? I know you just released it. Tell them all the places that they can find it.
Yeah, look, it's on platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, I think Deezer. And the thing to search for is Project Reverb, Let the Games Begin. Hopefully one of those combinations will get you there.
Oh, great. Paul, do you mind putting that YouTube link up on the screen for me, sir? Paul's better and faster at stuff like that than I am. It takes me forever. Wow, that is... I like that song so much. I really do. And Atticus, man, what a voice, right? That guy can wail.
About Atticus, like I met him over 10 years ago. I just knew he sung and as an individual, his character, and I admire his voice. But I lost contact with him. I literally lost contact with him, and I literally bumped into him at a rehearsal studio earlier this year. So good to finally hey, haven't seen you, so give me a current phone number and stuff like that. He told me like that last note that you might recall from that last chorus, incredibly high note.
Yes.
From a muso's point of view, it's an A6, an incredibly high range voice that he has. And he told me, he shared the circumstance that first became a professional singer, like when he was 18 or 19, and he'd say, we're going to do Living on a Prayer next, and he'd listen to it and he'd say, look, do you mind if we do that in an E flat instead of whatever?
Right.
And guitarists and bands he played with, he just said, just shut up. So
do the original.
He had to learn, band his range at a very young age.
Yeah.
And it's a great skill that he...
Wow, that is a really... I cannot imagine. I could never do that in a million years. Wow, he's very talented. Well, I'm very happy for you guys. I mean, y'all did a great job. And it's so cool to me because from what I've seen so far, we've got a very diverse group set of songs, and I love that because it's not just the rock, which I love that. I mean, I really do. But I love slow, I love classical, I love jazzy, we love blues. We love every kind of music here at Carolyn's Corner here. We really do. So I'm excited because I love the way you can do whatever you want. You're not in a box. You don't have to. Thank you so much, Paul. So, folks, in the comments section, Paul has put the link to the SoundCloud. Thank you. And the link to their YouTube. Make sure you click on that. Now, did I miss it? Is there a video to let the games begin, or is it just the music right now?
Just the music at the moment. Put up a little teaser video at this point.
I saw that. I was like, where's that video? Well, I can't wait till it comes out. And do me a favor, John. When that video actually releases, send me the link to it and I'll share it, okay?
Thank you so much, Carolyn.
Oh, you're welcome. I cannot wait to see it. Just that little teaser made me like, it was teasing me. I want to see all of it. Great job, man. If I had a hat, I would take it off for you, sir. That was really good. Good job. So let's move on to the next song. Although I'm not in a big hurry, believe me, I could sit here and talk to you all day. I think it's so amazing, and I want to tell you again, thank you so much for reaching out to us and for joining us. It's an honor to have you here, sir. It really is.
Well, let me look and how I discovered you. You know, I joined a opportunity Facebook page. It was just a great community about songwriters coming to stories and lessons and ideas about the pursuit of their craft. And I'm sure you listen to on a Friday if you put in your demos and things like that. Community, and then you made this open opportunity and to participants on this platform to come along, and I think that's just such a special opportunity you're creating. The other thing that you did really beautifully was to be very open on the genre and really appealed to me. So I really love the fact that you've welcomed a whole range of different sounds. I've listened to a few of your shows, and the backgrounds, where people are coming from, is just a wonderful thing that you're doing in sharing that love and passion for songwriting, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you so much, John. That means that is the kindest thing. It really is. And Paul can tell you, it was mine and Paul's idea. He had a passion for authors and writing at the time, and me for songwriting. So we kind of came up with the idea together at the same time. He said, let's bring on authors. And I said, let's bring on songwriters. And it's just got a life of its own. And I'm so beyond blessed. Paul knows that's what I always say. I'm beyond blessed the way it's grown and blossomed. And it's just cool because being a lyricist myself, a songwriter, and Paul now is too. Paul's a songwriter now too. We understand. That's why I wanted to do it, because I've been struggling my whole life trying to get my songs out there and trying to get it, and without a community, without somebody to help you, it's not going to happen. It just is not. And so because of all of this, things have finally started falling into place with my songs. But it's given me the confidence, you know what I mean? And being able to share and to see that there's so many people out there who are doing the same things, struggling the same ways. It's just nice to know you're not alone. And it's really changed my outlook with my own music. It really has. Just to know that there are so many like-minded people. And I'm beyond blessed. And I know Paul has learned so much since we started. Now he's not just an author, and he's got some wonderful books. Oh my gosh, he's a great author. But now he's also a songwriter, and he's learned how to play guitar and all that just because of our show. So it's like hands off, yes.
Yeah, the show is this show is inspirational for a lot of different people, and like you said, the diversity that we have is amazing. And we've had so many different. Like you said, the backgrounds of people. I mean, so many, and it really surprised me in how well people talk on this show. I mean, and then we all get together and just have fun, and it's an amazing experience. And and then we have people from Scotland and Australia. It is like, wow, really?
It's amazing. And I wanted to tell everyone, for those of you who are keeping track, this is season 2, episode 16. So that means tonight is our 66th episode. That's a lot of shows. And y'all, please go on YouTube and check out our episodes. I always say YouTube because there you can see us and hear us. Me and my big head. Right. So let's go to the next song. Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled. I really am. So this, gosh, I don't even know, John. They're so different, and that's what I love. I was like, oh my gosh, listen to this. This, and then you have this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this next one.
This is the point of what you said, the Project Reverb. It doesn't stick to a certain genre.
Yes.
And I think that is so great because that's kind of like me. I want to write rock songs. I can't.
Yes.
You know,
he's having trouble.
And I'm write like love songs and whatever. And I'm like, I'm a heavy metal guy. And here I am writing these soft songs. And I'm like, oh my Lord, what is wrong with me? But it's different types. And I think, and y'all having the name of Project Reverb and then doing these different types of songs, it's amazing. I can't wait to hear what the next one is.
I know. And Paul, oh my gosh. So this next song is called Faith, Hope, and Love. Oh my gosh. Talk about different.
That's my wife's favorite.
Really? That favorite saying, right?
Yes. That's my wife's favorite saying.
Okay. Well, I've got to tell you, you are going to be blown away when you hear the young lady singing this song, Paul. I'm telling you, this is your daughter that's singing this, correct? John? Oh my God.
It's
Paul.
Oh
my gosh, Paul, wait till you hear her voice, okay?
Okay.
She reminds me, she needs to be on The Voice. I hope you told her for me. Her voice to me is so amazing, honestly. And we've heard a lot of great voices, but I was blown away by hers. So I have two versions of this song, okay? The first one we are going to play is you and your daughter playing this song live, correct? Okay, so you'll get to
yes,
I'm so excited. You'll get to see and hear them playing it live and listen to his daughter's beautiful voice. Oh my God. And then after that, we'll come back and we'll play the actual studio version. And then, John, you can tell us a little bit about that journey between live and studio. What would you like to tell us about this song? First of all, what is your daughter's first name again?
Charlotte's name is Una, but her real name is Charlotte Huggart, my daughter. Beautiful.
Nice.
As a person and as a singer, fortunate to, growing up to see her talent emerge. I've been able to help her a little video, and she plays keyboards, but her voice is just so special and unique itself.
It really is.
It's inspired a long time ago. It was actually by the events of firstly 9/11 in New York. And in that period, if you recall, in the year or two after, there was a couple of other events at other places. For Australians, we were touched with the terrorist attacks in Bali. There was a sequence of attacks there which took the lives of 200 people and 80 in Bali, Indonesia. And that was about 2 years after. So my daughter, and you're watching these images as we face, terrorism. It's a really dark time for all of us. Literally watching the TV, and as a person, you're thinking, what is this coming to? You have this fear, like where are we going? And during 9/11, you literally did not know, was there another attack about to happen? So it was written of that time, and then as my daughter grew older and older, she tended to sing it, and she does it so beautifully. And then a moment a couple of years ago for us to sing this together in this clip that you're about to see. From this point of view, you'll see us do this live with an acoustic and meet live, no fancy effects, and then the journey of taking the song to a producer and getting it done in what. So that's the story for Faith, Hope, and Love.
Oh my gosh. And I know you are I already know that you are so proud of her. I cannot imagine. Oh my God, the fact that you're able to do this together to me is the most precious thing ever because she's never going to forget that. She'll never forget that. Even when you're gone, 60 years, 80 years down, she's going to remember that. That is the most I just think that's so great. It makes me want to cry. It makes me so happy. It really does. I mean, that is, my dad was a singer, and he was just in a little country and western band, but we never got to sing together. And I wished, so I'm just so happy for you guys that you're doing this. And oh my God, what a beautiful song. Paul, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready out there?
I'm ready.
Oh God. Yes, I'm so excited. So this is Faith, Hope, and Love. Make sure I got it right. This is them singing live. Where was this you were singing at? Is this in Australia?
It's
Australia. Sorry. Yes,
little club near just near at Crow's Nest. There's a suburb that not far away from the harbour.
All right, here we go. Here is Faith, Hope, and Love live with John and his daughter. Here we go. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Faith, Hope, and Love is this next song.
Even in my darkest hours, waking in a cold sweat, I still swear my love for you, hold myself to all that's true. Shadows in the sky grow longer, falling down like boulders to the ground, just like living in a dream, but I'm watching on TV. You can take my life, shut me down, turn off the lights, I'll never lose my faith, hope, and love. You can try and scare me, think that you control me, I'll never lose my faith, hope, and love. Young enough to feel the passion, old enough to know the reasons why I hear voices in my head begging me to stay in bed. Even in my darkest hours, waking in the coldest sweat, I still swear my love for you, hold myself to all that's true. And you can take my life, shut me down, turn off the lights, I'll never lose my faith, hope, and love. You can try and scare me, think that you control me, I'll never lose my faith, hope, and
Join me in it's a pretty proud dad moment to be up with your daughters. Thank you,
Wow. I didn't even listen to that part. I didn't get that far. Oh my gosh. That was so beautiful, John. Oh my goodness. You almost made me cry. Paul,
I
what'd you
love
think?
that song. I love that song.
I know.
And the way the guitar goes from John and it goes dee, 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 dee. I mean, just the single. Oh man, I was like, and then her vocals that kind of goes along with it. I was like, wow. I can't wait to hear the production now.
I know. And I was going to say the same thing, Paul, that beginning, that dun, 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 dun. It is so distinctive, so simple, but yet so beautiful, right, Paul? It just, wow, John.
It's kind of like the songs that I write that I'm like, where did this come from?
Where did it come from?
Yeah, and you have it's almost like a folky song, but it's I liked it.
I knew you would, Paul. I knew you would. Gosh, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. So let's play the other one. Are you ready, John, or do you want to tell us anything about the journey between? I know it was a long journey, probably. How long did it take you from the time you sang it there, or whatever? How long did it take you to get it in the studio and get it done?
It's actually pretty neat timing. I look at that clip and it said it was 2019. Faith, Hope and Love only 2 years later in 21. So we went into the studio probably gaps where we could start going out again during COVID, so we could finally get to the studio again. I worked with an extraordinary producer who I've worked with before. You'll actually see one of my songs, and his name is Michael McGlynn. And and I would have been perfectly happy bringing that song to the studio and just recording it nice levels and retakes on my playing or whatever. But he helped journey, and we didn't know where we were going to go. We were thinking beatboxing. We were going all different directions, and then you're about to hear where we took it in the end. And it's something immensely proud of and excited with how it worked. Now, what I can that this is the song that I submitted to a competition, the John Lennon songwriting. Now, right now it is literally 42 lost John Lennon, and with his legacy in Yoko Ono, there has been a John Lennon songwriting competition towards 20 years now, and so it was incredibly special. And submit that song, and then for it to be recognised one of the finalists in 2021.
I believe it. Wow. Yeah. And the lyrics are excellent, excellent lyrics. Now that I know that it was based around the time when 9/11 and all of these fears and all of these horrible things were, you're not going to take my faith, hope, and love. You're just not. You can take anything you want. You can even take my life. Gosh, John, that is a powerful song. Oh, it gives me goosebumps.
I just think above. I think, in these extraordinary moments of time, what is it that drives to still go ahead and want to have children, want to marry, want to plan for the future? You cannot down. There's something more powerful within us. So that was the idea of faith.
So true. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful because it's like you're scared to get out of bed. Oh my gosh, it's powerful. I'm gonna listen to it again after the show. So I wanted to shout out to Sean McGarry, sorry. He said, hi from Sydney, Australia. John is a true talent. Yes, Sean, I completely agree. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being here. So ladies and gentlemen, Paul, are you ready to hear the studio version of that song?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me get it in here. Stand by just a second. I was too busy talking. Imagine that. Mid-talk. Sorry.
All
right. So I am ready. Faith, hope, and love. Here is now there's no video. It's just a picture, okay? But y'all get ready. Oh, I'm so excited. Here we go, folks.
Even in my darkest hours, waking in the coldest sweat, I still swear my love for you, hold myself to all that's true. Shadows in the sky grow longer, falling down like boulders to the ground, just like living in a dream, but I'm watching on TV. You can try and scare me, think that you control me, I'll never lose my faith, hope and love. You can take my life, shut me down, turn off the lights, I'll never lose my faith, hope and love. Young enough to feel the passion, old enough to know the reason. So I hear voices in my head begging me to
Wow. Wow, John. Oh
I
my
think I
gosh.
hear my wife in there singing the song.
Really?
I
Oh my
think.
gosh.
Beca-
John.
okay, your daughter's
Woo!
vocals.
Woo doggy. That was so good. Go ahead, Paul.
No, you know what got me? And what got me was it was the fact that the song was going, and then all of a sudden your daughter does this. I'm like, it blows my. I was like,
I
what?
told you. Her
That was
voice is
amazing.
incredible. And when the harmonies came in, I don't know how many people you had in the background. God, that should be our new anthem. That is such a beautiful song. I mean, honestly, we should be playing that every day. Don't lose your faith, hope, and love, because humanity, you know what I mean? We're losing ourselves. We're losing who we are. And you're reminding us, hey, we're still the same people. Don't let all this, gosh, man, John, that's an excellent song. Excellent. If I was grading it, I would give it 20 stars. Oh my goodness.
No, I still can't get over the vocals because
I
mean,
know.
it was
I want to play it again. I want to play it again. It's so good.
Literally straight on vocals, and then all of a sudden she just does this. I was like,
yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
her voice is excellent. It really is excellent. Like,
so who came up
with
a
lot of voice lessons, or she's just naturally like that.
That
I told you, Paul.
I don't even know what to call it. It's like straight, and then all of a sudden you get.
Well, it's like a vibrato in a way. It's a vibrato, but she was each note. I mean, she was hitting those notes right on the head. She just like.
I was like, pitch, man, perfect. I'm over here just. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna play it again when I get done. I can't. It's perfect. Oh my gosh, that's such a great song. Oh, John, I can't say enough about that song because it's just such a positive. We need more of that in our lives. We need more of that in this world. Yes. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes. That song.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sharing, y'all.
Yeah, it means
Sarah
so
said
much.
Nice, y'all share, please share. I want everybody to hear these songs. They are so great. They need to get out there. We need to get them out there the whole world. I'm not kidding. We really need everyone to hear these. So y'all start sharing. Anybody that's on here, share, like, comment, share, please. It means the world. Put in your comment, check this guy out. He's the real deal. Check these songs out. We're not even done yet. Paul, we still have 2 more songs.
Oh, 2 more. I thought we had 3. That was it.
Remind me not to do that again. I got so excited I forgot to show my triple chin. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
Thank you so much for that. And look, you share my passion and pride. She is an extraordinary talent. Her ability to lyric in that song with, as you say, Paul, that very nuanced vocal treatment. You know, I always had a challenge between nurture and nature, and I don't know how you can train that because she's capable to do that. I think the other thing that really excites me about how this was Michael, and I'm a drummer, and I said, I'll go and do the drums, and I said, let me do this, and those drums that he came up with, like he literally and it just creates this whole new dimension and strength, and so he did all the keyboards. In terms of that choir that you're referring to is Charlotte, layer after layer after layer after layer work in terms of how he's layered up those harmonies.
Well, you make sure, please, John, and tell him that all of us here in Texas and around the world love it. It is excellent. It is excellent. If I had any way to get you 1 million streams, I would so do it. Oh gosh, John, it deserves it. Both of those, they are excellent. All 3 of them. I don't even know what to say, honestly. I am so honored to have you on. That's why I've been looking so forward to this show. It's rare that to me, it's rare to be in the presence of someone as talented as you. And that's the truth. I mean, you should be on huge, you should be singing at huge arenas. I think you should be sharing that song everywhere. You really should.
That song is probably one of my favorites so far. We've been doing this show. It's one of my favorites. I can't get over
her voice.
Oh, the voice, the production, the whole music together and how it was. Oh man, Yeah, I'm literally, when I was watching this and listening to her sing and then listen to all the music, I'm literally just going, what?
I know Paul's freaking out because I couldn't see his face from where he is. When the music is playing. And did that first part where you were playing acoustic, that dun 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 dun, he changed that to piano, right?
Yeah.
Or was that guitar? It's piano, right?
And like, yeah, part of me saying, hang on, where's the guitar? But the beauty of working and thinking of different ways, but the guitar was still there a little bit later, and it came in, and that was my, so there, and it's just, but we just came up with something that we were really, really proud of. So
wow, yeah,
you should be very proud of that song.
Yes, and the fact I loved it with just y'all playing acoustic. I loved it, but to think that it can even get better is hard to even imagine, but it definitely did. It's just so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So let's move to the next song because I could keep talking about this one. I can't even imagine what the next one's going to be like. Oh my gosh, John. So the next song is called, oh, it's going to be good. I already know. I don't think I even listened to this one, John, at all. This is called Eternity, and it says Song for Sydney. Tell us about that. It's going to be powerful, I know.
Okay, so this is this is a song about the place of Sydney, and America is so great. It's got so many songs of place. Obviously New York. It never rains in Southern California. There's there's so many great songs dedicated to place. As a long-term resident, I never felt that we had our song. I think there's been, some different locations, but for me personally, and I felt Sydney needed and deserved. Now, then when you, as a songwriter, you point of difference or something that's kind of like creating that point of difference or uniqueness around the subject.
Okay.
So this draws on some history. Eternity is a special word for Sydney, Australia, and it was because go back to World War One, and where the Australians were in war in France against the Germans at the time, and many people were impacted, and when they then pursue their lives, one of those people that pursued their lives are a reverend, and he used to give sermons about 1930, so about 10, 15 years, 12 years after the war. He was giving us really probably going through what we would identify today as an episode. But he kind of like was taking his congregation to the edge and claiming around eternity and their sins and a very for the parishioners. Now there was a guy there called Charles who was literally in the church that day. Now he was so struck, this reverend talking about eternity, that he his life's mission of sharing eternity as a word of God. So he then went around onto the footpaths of Sydney, and he would grab some chalk, copper plate way of writing eternity, and he, for years, he was doing this writing on the footpath around Sydney. So it was he did it for literally over 20 years, and eventually revealed as Arthur Sace, and then the link back to World War One and the pastor, and has got this special connection with Sydney. It was demonstrated in the year 2000 when we were on that the Harbour Bridge, when at New Year's Eve, after the fireworks had been light or a symbol or a word for the following year, it was eternity. And as one of the major fireworks in our time zone, that was what we brought to the the beginning of the century, going into 2000, and just after the Olympics. So that was and then the second part I wanted to find out what was different about Sydney. You're welcome, and Paul, I hope you get to Carolyn, come here to Sydney. We look forward to greet. One of the things that's special about Sydney is it looks amazing. It's built around a harbour. At Bondi and Manly and beyond. The beautiful harbour creates this amazing picture close to the city, and beautiful buildings like the Opera House. So it does look good. There are all other challenges that we have as any major city has to deal with. But I think looking good is something. So it was bringing together the word and the fact that it looks good was the two things I tried to anchor this song in. Working with Michael again, in this occasion, he's the singer and plays and the drums.
Wow, so Michael's singing on this one. Okay, this is going to be good. I already know. So this is the song you wrote for Sydney, Australia, because it also is, it just represents because of that preacher, and then it looks so beautiful. I bet it's beautiful. So let's play it right now. Here we go. This is Eternity. I can't wait. Here we go. Ooh, I have no idea what to expect. Here we go.
Eternity seems such a long time to me, but I would do what I could do to be true to a place that I belong to, was born or just came along to. Sydney, you're looking good to me. From Bundina in the south to Baron Joey's old lighthouse, to the mountains in the west that are blue. Oh, is it true that with just one look, oh, for life you'll be hooked? Sydney, you're looking good to me. Set sail upon her harbor, to the house that's opera's home. It's been long, our Sydney, you're proud and gay. You can almost hear them say, as they fly, I'm coming to land over Botany Bay. Well, morning, noon, or nighttime, it's always the right time. Oh, Sydney, you're looking good to me. Yes, you are. Came along to. Oh, Sydney, you're looking good to me. Ah, Sydney, you're looking good to me.
Wow, another excellent song. Wow.
So
Michael has got a great voice too. He reminds me of Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Oh my goodness.
What's so funny? What's so funny about this is that we're talking about the different genres. In one artist, we have rock, folky, and now we have jazz.
Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh. John, I love it. I love it. And I love the way you're not putting yourself in a box. I really do. I really do. Man, that is awesome. Have you already been to the people that run Sydney and say, look, this is the song you need for this city? Don't be shy.
I've tried, and they responded to me. So I submitted it to the City of Sydney Council. Look, I'm thinking about this song for New Year's Eve or play it or whatever. And they wrote back to me and said, look, these days songs of place are less of which is fair enough. I thought it was great that they acknowledged it, wrote back and gave me a naturally it was a bit disappointing. And so I've just parked it there, and I did but with the beauty of Spotify, I thought, well, I should just leave it there during the course of this year, just to give it a bit of oxygen.
Well, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna regret it later. They'll be like, we could have had that song for our city and we didn't do it. I love it. I love it. And he did a great job. And again, excellent lyrics. Man, you are such a good songwriter. Do you ever sing any of your own songs, John? Do you sing at all?
No, that's my gift to the audience, is not to sing.
Yes.
This record I sing.
Nice.
Because I was young and I had this extraordinary self-belief. I thought I could sing.
Well, we fool ourselves all the time. I do it to myself all the time. I like that song. I think you did it. Y'all, man, it's excellent. It is excellent.
Thank you.
So we have one more song we want to get to. I'm excited because what is this one going to be? Oh my gosh, Paul, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it could be.
I don't know because I didn't listen to it. Okay, so this one is called What Emily Has Seen. What did Emily see? Tell us about it, John. I have no idea.
Let me tell you about Emily.
Okay.
So firstly, what you're about to see is a great band I played with. You're about to see us perform at one of Sydney's greatest rock venues, where so many of the greatest bands have ever performed. It's about a 5,000 person venue. It was converted into a charity event, and it was in corporate funds for the charity, and the participants were corporate bands. And so Microsoft put in a band, and big law firms put in a band, big banks put in a band, and I was one that was in the band, had his own business, and we put ourselves in as a band, and we did this original song that you'll hear. The night was incredibly successful. $1,000 for muscular dystrophy, and at these bands often made a special effort to bring someone special in to help them out. Really talented musos in their group, so you had advertising agencies that brought in the previous price. One of the major bank MDs was a great guitarist and used to sing backups in the. Had Jeff Skunk Baxter from can perform with one of our bands as a great guitarist. So we had this variety. As a great Australian singer, perform with the bands. So we had this incredible opportunity in this amazing venue, and we decided to share this song. What Emily Has Seen is about someone I know who's had a tough childhood, and what you'll hear is a really happy song, upbeat. One of the rules of songwriting I sometimes heard, you probably heard this rule, is sometimes it's amazing how you hear a happy song, but you hear the lyrics and you understand it's a sad song. And this is probably, if you understand the lyrics, it's about a girl who had too much to deal with in growing up, in terms of, you know, broken family, a stepfather had been a home burnt down, an unwitting relative, a whole litany of challenges. We all face up. We all face challenges.
But some more than others. Some more than others.
Some more than others. And on
Absolutely.
this case, thank you, Carolyn. I said it too much, please. The poor thing, by the time that she'd got to the age of so many challenges in her life, that I felt, and then I got a thing in my head of a little rhyme. It's quite a nice little rhyme, but you know, the fact that what she'd seen by the age of 17, you know, you could make it screen as a movie or something. So that's what the song's about.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be powerful.
And on this one, bass guitar on this one, but if it's too hard to pick up who I am, I'm the one eye wrapped around my head because it was corporate. So
okay, I'm going to look really close. So before we go to that song, I want to read what Marie said about the last song. I didn't get a chance to read it. She said, I love this. Seems like there should be someone dancing a little soft shoe on the other one, the Sydney song. Yeah, it does. That little, and Marie, make sure you go back and watch the rest of the show, the beginning, because you're going to be freaked out by the first two songs. I'm serious. First three songs, they're amazing. They're amazing, Marie. Please go back and watch it. I don't want you to miss them. Marie is here every week, just like our dear friend Sarah. They're here every week. They're just so great. They're so great, and I appreciate them so much. So, this is going to be powerful. Y'all get ready, because I have a feeling it's going to be one of those that tugs at our heart, and I already know it's going to tell a great story, because you are an amazing songwriter. So, let's find out what Emily has seen. Paul, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I had the cats over here. They're meowing, so I had to reach down.
You had more kittens. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's a little tiny.
Right. And Marie, thank you. She said, "I will do that." Here we go. What Emily has seen? It's not a question. It's a statement. What Emily has seen. Here we go.
Are you ready for a pinch of AC/DC, a dash of Natalie and Bruglia, a sprinkling of Smash Mouth, and a smattering of Creedence? Well, you're about to get the Premium Lights, featuring ex-Moving Pictures drummer Steve Allison.
Thank you very much. We're the Premium Lights. I'd like to welcome you all here this evening. Tonight we're going to sing for you two originals, written by none other than our bass player, Mr. John Huggart. This next song is called What Emily Has Seen. Let's go! Everybody, come on, let's clap! Oh yeah! I was taught that life began at 17. Until then, boys and boys and girls were princesses and queens, yeah. And dreams were just reality that only I could see. I thought that life began at 17. When the cards were dealt, come on, and laid out on the table. You'd have lost a fortune, yeah, with a fortune in your hands. For all the things that you believe in, like love and honesty, had vanished in the air. Yeah, had vanished in the air. What Emily had seen at the age of 17 would make it in the night. Watch it on the big screen. What Emily has seen, she's only 17. You can stand a story to a magazine. What Emily has seen. Lots of innocence, there's something never planned. The youngest things you cling to, yeah, are fading like old age. And the fights in your eyes, you surely feel the blues. There's something in the stage, strong and beautiful, all the ways of the world.
at the age of 17. We'll make it in the novel, watch it on the big screen, whatever the MC. She's only 17, you can tell your story to a magazine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian Moore! Let's hear it! Come on! Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody! Always thought that life began at 17. Until then, boys were boys and girls were princesses and queens, yeah. And dreams were just reality that only I could see. I thought that life began at 17. What Emily has seen at the age of 17 would make you read a novel, watch it on a big screen. What Emily has seen, she's only 17. You could tell a story to a magazine. What Emily has seen at the age of 17 would make you read a novel, watch it on a big screen. What Emily has seen, she's only 17. You could tell a story to a magazine. What Emily has seen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Make sure. Oh my gosh, good job. That's not at all what I expected. I expected to be a very sad, teary, crying song.
It was more ska. It was like
ska. Good point, Paul.
Bouncy.
Paul is good. Paul is good at killing the genres. That is so cool. That is a really cool song. But I would like to see the lyrics in print. I wish you would redo that in the studio. Are you going to do that in the studio eventually, you think?
It's something I've been tempted to do. So it could be the next one, or it might be. Yeah, I think that's what I've learned about. I got a lot of songs that I really love and I'm really proud of, but I recognize my criteria for when it goes into the studio. I want to be able to whereby I don't wince. That's the bar that I set. You know, you do a demo or you do a recording and you think that's great, except I missed that note, or it just faded in too early or whatever. So I think what I've to take a few of my songs to what I think is something I'm really proud of, and I don't that bit there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I understand. You got to pick. You almost have to pick and choose. Although, from what I've heard, I love all of your songs. But you really do have. First of all, to be be honest with everyone, and we all know the big deciding factor for most songwriters is that it costs a lot of money to go into the studio and produce these fully. So you really have to pick out your diamonds. What you think, is this a diamond? Is this gonna shine as bright as I need it to get that return, right? I mean, that's just the fact. It's too bad that we can't. Gosh, if I had the ability, my dream one day is to where everyone would just come together and make the music. You know what I mean? Nobody charge, just everybody pitch in and everybody do it. And because there would be so many more beautiful songs out there if that was the case, because that's, unfortunately, that's the facts. It's the big record, the big promoters. I mean, the big studios, and they charge big money. I know that all too well. So that's been holding me back all these years. And I know that's the case with a lot of our singer-songwriters. So Marie said she loves the energy. She thought she was going to hear some Beatles to start with. She said Woodstock. Yeah, that kind of reminded me of Woodstock on the videos, right, Marie? Yeah, it had a great energy. I really would like to see the words because it was hard for me to understand a lot of the lyrics. Of course, you had the crowd going. I love that. It looked like you were having a blast up there. That's a lot of people to be singing in front of, too. Wow.
It's funny because I was talking about ska. You could actually throw a Gwen Stefani voice into it, and I bet you that would be...
Ooh, Paul. That's true. You could, couldn't you? Excellent. Get somebody to
That's
sing
the
it
beautiful
like
thing
this.
about where do you go with this, and I think what we saw with Faith, Hope, and Love could happen with how do we bring it to life today, and
yes.
So that's kind of very, very exciting. I know with one of the things that you say, Caroline, how do you know which ones to pick? I always felt confident with Let the Games Begin was because I played it in band years, and in most recently we've got a couple, lots of great songs that people love and enjoy, and they were good enough to let me play this song as well, and it wouldn't clear the dance floor, and people would be clapping along or singing along pretty quickly. So that's made me feel comfortable, almost feels familiar. So in a set of recognizable songs, they were really great songs I love and remember, except one odd one in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? You're right, because that is so great that you are able to do that, John. You were able to go play these live, and it is literally like you're testing these songs out. You really are, because you got to see how people are going to react to them. If it's a sad heartbreak song, are you going to look over there and see them singing along and crying? And if it's a happy upbeat, are you going to see them singing along and laughing and clapping? It makes a difference. You're right, absolutely. So that plays a huge role. But I would really like to, I love what has Emily seen, or what Emily has seen, but I really would like to see the lyrics, because in that, in that context, it was kind of hard to understand all the words. I know she's seen a lot, and she's seen enough to where it could be in a magazine, and it could be, she could be, I heard that, and she's seen more in her life than most people have. But man, I just think, man, it's a really cool song. It really is. And I like the sound. It's got a cool vibe. It really is. It's like, man, that's a rocking song. Not what I expected at all. Like Paul said, it was like a ska. That is so cool.
Love that.
Yes, and Marie said it'd be great if he could get Stephanie Ross on it. She sounds a lot like Miranda Lambert. Yeah, have a country singer. That would be pretty cool, right? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, you should hear his daughter. Marie, go back. Make sure you go back and watch, for real. You want to go back. I'm telling you. You want to go back and listen to the first songs. They are incredible. He's got Let the Games Begin and Faith, Hope, and Love. Incredible. I mean, incredible. You have got, John, you are a very talented man. Man, I'm telling you, I'm honored. I'm honored to have you here. Right, Paul?
Yeah, definitely. That was, and it's so funny is that, like I said it before, you have your band name is perfect for the music that you do, because you do so many different genres in one thing.
I know. What was that? 4 songs. All 4 of them were different genres. But yeah, that is so cool, because you're not in a box. And you could even throw a country song in there. I know you could. You could pull off anything. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's really interesting, because that's still, we're always learning and always on the journey.
I believe it. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm thrilled. Let's see. Sean said he has thoroughly enjoyed this show. Well, thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Oh man, that means a lot.
Because Sean, first of all, Sean, thank you so much for jumping in and following us here.
Yeah.
But Sean, right? So I've played with Sean. He's an amazing, he's a beautiful guy, but as well as that, it's really, really exciting that he's joined us.
That is so great. Sean, thank you. And you know what, John, I wanted to give a shout out real quick to remind everyone that's watching and listening, or whoever's listening, we're always on the search for the next great guest for Carolyn's Corner Live. If you know someone that is a singer-songwriter and has original songs, please reach out to us right here on our Facebook, or you can go to carolinscorner.live to our website and send me a message, because we're always looking for more talent, right, Paul?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and even if you happen to be an author, you know what we're still searching for, John? I think it would be great if we could get comedians on here that are clean comedy. I think that would be so great, because you don't have to see them. Like when we go to audio, you can still hear the comedy. So again, shout out. Y'all remember, if you have any friends or family that are singer-songwriters, original songs, artists, we've done artists and it was okay. Painters, it's kind of hard to see a painting. But authors and like I said, I'd love to have our first comedian on here. Wouldn't you, Paul? That'd be so cool.
Yeah. I've been looking.
I know. We've been looking. It's like we're scouring the planet for more talent. We're like talent scouts.
Can I just say how important what you and Paul do in creating this opportunity, this environment, the opportunity to go out and play in a band and get some feedback, and that's a really great one, and that's the opportunity for people to come. And I know I've seen people on your show I would call, you know, a rough demo, but it's a beautiful song, and they've got the opportunity to present it, learn experience, have the opportunity to meet yourself and Paul, you know, engaging on a live stream like this is a rare and special. It's a great opportunity that you're affording these artists. The ability for them then to reflect and go back, what did I learn through that? What could I do differently?
Yes.
I think is really exciting as well. Really, I'm looking forward to that one when you're a person, and then the artists, no matter what, on a journey. And I think the opportunity that you provide for artists to come along and share their journey and passion for all of us with songwriting, I think that's really terrific. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome, John. And you know what? I and Paul, I know we were both shocked when we realized that there's really not anything like this out there. I'm shocked. I'm like, why is no one doing this for all these talent? I mean, it just makes no sense. You know what I mean? I'm shocked. Aren't you, Paul? You were shocked.
Yeah,
like,
I was shocked.
There's probably a lot of those out there. And then when we found out, yeah, there's a lot of people doing shows that if you're already on the radio and you're already, you know, got a great big huge deal, then yeah, we'll play you, or it's just weird. I am so glad. I'm beyond blessed. I mean, that's what I always say. And Paul knows that's exactly how I feel, because it's just every time we have a new guest on, it's another opportunity for me to get to just hear incredible talent and talk to such great people. I mean, and it's helping me so much. It's giving me encouragement. It's giving me, it's bringing my passion back, and Paul's too. It's helping. Paul's just doing everything now. He already did everything. Now he's doing even more.
I'm so busy.
He is so busy. And now I'm like, God, I got to get busy and write some more songs because I'm getting behind. You know, I don't want to lose sight of why I wanted to do this in the beginning. I've got to keep doing my own stuff. And it's hard because I'm trying to get it in there. I'm like, I got it. So I've been working on songs finally after 30 years. You know, I'm finally getting some of my songs done. So I'm so excited. And I'm going to be releasing them very soon. God willing. I'm got 3 in the works that are almost finished. So Marie, no, I have not heard from Ed Gary. Marie is always sending us great potential guests. She is a music fanatic like we are. She goes every week at least. She's been under the weather, but normally she goes somewhere every week to watch someone play live, and she really supports music. And I love her for it. I think she's a wonderful lady. Speaking of wonderful lady, I've got something I would like to do real quick. We have been honored and so excited to have a great sponsor for Carolyn's Corner Live. That's another thing I want to say. If anyone out there, whether you be an individual like yourself, I'm just saying, John, or if you have a company and you'd like us to advertise for you on our podcast, we would love the opportunity to do that. Let us know, because it helps us to get some revenue to keep doing what we're doing. So this great venue that I want to tell you about is actually a venue here in Beeville, Texas, and it's called Scores Bar and Grill. And the manager there, Val, is just a wonderful lady, and she sponsors the radio show, and she sponsors the podcast. And that reminds me, we will, if it's okay with you, later I'll be playing your songs on the radio in the next couple of weeks, if that's okay with you, John.
Thank you.
I know it's not a lot, but hey, it'll be something, and I can't wait to play them. People are going to love them. And it's a small radio station here in Beeville, Texas, but it can be streamed from anywhere. So hey, I'm excited about it. I'm always excited when I get to hear great music. Yeah. And Paul sometimes comes over there, don't you, Paul?
So, you know, I've actually been trying to get over there recently, but man, the kids are back in bowling. It's hard.
It's hard, I know. He's got 2 small kids now, so it's hard for him to get away. But we still keep trying to have fun. My husband and I do the radio show every Monday night, and I'll be in touch. I probably won't do anything this Monday because I've got a birthday party, my little grandson. But as soon as I can. So let me play this little ad I made for Scores Bar and Grill. And then I've got another great ad from a wonderful friend of mine named Vicky in Corpus Christi. She agreed to advertise with us too. I just love them. I just appreciate them so much. So please remember that, folks. If you're able to sponsor us, send me a message. I'll give you a very great rate and just play your commercial for you. So here we go. Be right back. Let me get over here to it. Scores Bar and Grill. Thank you. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear the great news? Scores Bar and Grill right here in Beeville at 1502 North St. Mary Street is now open 7 nights per week. That's right, Scores is open 7 nights per week starting at 5 p.m. With nightly specials, open mic every Wednesday, karaoke the first Saturday of every month. You can check them out by going to their Facebook page at Scores Bar Beeville. Go check it out. You'll be so glad you did. All right, and then I've got one more from our another great sponsor. This is a young lady. We've been friends forever, and she's a traveling nurse. And she decided she loved helping people so much. She decided to open her own facility and call it Our Graceful Home for people who need extra care. I think it's such a great idea. She's a wonderful lady. Here we go. Just a little shout out to them. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a loved one who needs extra special care? Maybe recovering from surgery, maybe from Alzheimer's or dementia. Maybe you just need help and rest with respite care. Whatever you need, I've got the perfect place to help you. It's called Our Graceful Home at 4405 Congressional Avenue in Corpus Christi, Texas. You can reach them at 361-537-2900. They offer 24-hour care, hot, fresh meals, qualified staff, group activities, and so much more. So remember, you're not alone. Reach out to our home, Our Graceful Home. They're there when you need them. All right. Thank you so much to Vicky at Our Graceful Home. And I wanted to let everyone on here know that we will be with the radio station Saturday doing a live feed from noon until 2 at Room for Dessert, another brand new sponsor of the radio station. So if y'all get a chance, come by and see us in downtown Beeville. We'd love to have you, actually over on North St. Mary Street. Paul, anything you would like to add, sir?
No, I've actually thoroughly enjoyed the different genre of music.
I know
it was very unique. you never get that many genres in one show. It's always been either country, just one genre. That's it.
Yes.
And yeah, it's amazing how you can go from one genre to the next, and it all sounds really good. I actually took my phone out there to my wife a while ago, and I said, "You have to listen to this song." And I have Faith, Hope, and Love, and she's out there. She's listened to it already.
Oh, I know, and what a great idea, right, Paul? Instead of having, hey, we're a band, which I love bands, don't get me wrong, but I love that idea. I really, really, it's a collective, and you're kind of doing what I kind of just said, and it's everybody coming together with their own. Oh my gosh, John. What an amazing, talented, wonderful person you are. I am so honored to have you on the show, and whatever caused you to contact me, I'm so glad that you did. And I hope that you'll continue to share our message with people and send your friends our way. We would love to have them. Just let us know. I hope you'll keep sharing your content with me. When you get that video, please share, because I want to share it to our live audience. And we'll share whatever we can and help you out in any way we can from here in the good old big giant state of Texas.
Oh, that's so wonderful. The hostel you've made your show welcome to everyone, and how you've worked with Caroline in organising today, making sure that everything works perfectly, getting everything. Challenging thing to bring a live podcast together, and I think you've done really, really well. So thank you. It's been a terrific honour and opportunity. I really appreciated your feedback. But as I say, because we've got something to share, and the opportunity to share and learn from each other is just encourage and wish all the best for you both in your songwriting ventures and journey, as well as interested in
yes, thank
carrying
you.
on.
Oh, thank you, John. That means the world to me. And I'll make sure I'll try to tag everybody when I release my songs, which is going to be very soon, God willing. I hope so. I'm finishing up one of them that I wrote for the veterans, and I'm so proud of it. Paul knows all about it. It's going to be a lot different, but I'm so excited about it. And I'm just excited about the journey. The whole journey is just incredible. You know, life is a big journey. You just, it's a giant puzzle. It's like, which way's the road going to go now? And I sure am glad that my road has led me to doing this with you guys. Paul, I'm honored. I really am. I just think it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for everyone who's joined us tonight. Y'all, I hope y'all know that it means the world to me and to Paul to have you all here. It really does, because you could be anywhere else, but instead you're here. And man, you don't have to be. I want to remind you to please keep sharing. Please let everyone know. Send your friends and family our way. And I'll be posting when I'm going to play your songs on the radio, which is probably not this Monday, but the next Monday. Okay?
Woohoo! Thank you.
Yes, I'm so excited. John, thank you so much. So much. Please continue to take care of yourself. Tell your beautiful daughter that she is incredible with a capital I this big, please. And I think I'm going to be hearing from you guys a lot more very soon. I think we're going to be hearing from them a lot, Paul, don't you?
Oh yeah,
It's got to make its way over here. Now we're like, ha ha ha. We're going to start spreading it like a wildfire. All right, John. Thank you so much, Paul. Love you. Thank you so much. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, try to be kind to others if you can, even if it's just a kind word. The world's a tough place right now. Let's be kind to each other. We try to end each show with saying that because it's so true. And spread the love of music in your little corner of the world. And thank you for that idea about you're at the bottom corner and we're at this corner. That was smart. I stole your idea, by the way, John. Have a good night, John. God bless you. Take care. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. Oh, and by the way, I may be going live in a minute with my jewelry. Y'all hang tight. Why not? I'll see you later. Bye.